Alright, and Sven Squad, I was planning on saving this video for a later date, but I figured why not make it right now and just keep the discussion going. As you could probably tell from the title, this video will be pure speculation, but as you all should know by now, theorizing and speculating is fun. So a short while ago, I made a video about the Dark Energy plotline and if it eventually could return to the Mass Effect universe. I also made a video about the Control ending and why I think it could be made canon if Bioware really wanted to make it so. However, most of us fans know by now that the actual canon ending to Mass Effect 3 we can expect will be the Destroy ending. You know, the red one which kills all the Reapers but also every AI in the galaxy? The one that kind of made your stomach sink because you realized that despite how hard you tried to solve the Geth versus Quarren conflict, it didn't really matter since Geth all die anyway. Our dearly beloved ED dies too, which makes the choice suck even more in my book. We could already sort of tell that this was the route Bioware were going, because if you had enough war assets in Mass Effect 3, you would get the Easter egg ending of Shepard taking a breath and then cutting to black after the activation of the Crucible. But here's the catch, it was only accessible if you chose Destroy as your ending. Which means if you chose Control or Synthesis, you wouldn't get this ending. Well, that sorta explains itself, doesn't it? Considering if you chose Control or Synthesis, Shepard is literally disintegrated, so, well, he or she wouldn't really have a body left to begin with. So, Destroy is the only ending that is plausible if that Easter egg cutscene is going to matter at all. Well, what about the Refusal ending? Hey now, Bioware just went ahead and added that because people wanted to give the Starchild the finger. Unfortunately, you can't really do that, but saying no, we will do it on our terms, was actually somewhat satisfying, even if it meant dooming the galaxy. And we know that Liara is walking on a dead Reaper in the trailer for the next Mass Effect, so if Refusal was the true ending, Liara wouldn't even be alive. But Alex, then it is pretty much guaranteed that Destroy will be the canon ending. Hold on there, friend. Not so fast. I've seen a few of you guys comment about how the Dead Reapers are a definite sign of Destroy being canon. But we do know this. There were Reaper casualties. No matter what ending you chose, the combined fleet of the Milky Way did manage to take a couple of capital ships out. Look at this cutscene as an example. We know that the Reapers weren't indestructible, and we did manage to take a destroyer down, albeit with the help of a teeny tiny amount of orbital bombardment. Heck, you can even fight a Reaper cadaver floating about in space during Mass Effect 2. Alright, you get the point. Just because the corpses are laying about in the snow in the trailer, it doesn't mean that that one ending will be canon. So here's the thing that I'm trying to get to. What if Bioware actually managed to pull off the following? Making every ending canon. Wait, what? How would they even do that? It might sound impossible considering how permanent the solutions are. Synthesis is the prime example because it literally rewrites DNA throughout the entire galaxy. But wait, we don't really know what this means because Bioware hasn't elaborated on what happens. It only supposedly solves the issue that the Catalyst has tried to find a solution to. It's also very visible that all you get from this change is basically a change of textures. Yes, you go a little green. So what? I do understand that there might be larger consequences like removing the need of speaking because you're now talking telepathically or whatever. Still, it could be explained away pretty easily by saying that the solution didn't really work out in the end. Since the solution was artificial, nature might have found a way to overwrite it. It sounds a little bit silly, but since synthesis literally is space magic, it wouldn't surprise me if Bioware went with the space magic route of doing away with the synthesis solution. Control, well, as I went over in my Control ending video, the Shepard AI and company might have gone into hiding because of several reasons. Like being an overbearing parent to the races of the galaxy or something similar. In that video, I also explained my own theory of how maybe Ryder and friends, and maybe even the new protagonist, were looking for the Shepard AI to help against an even bigger threat. Destroy? This one is easy. If Shepard somehow survived, like according to the brief ending cutscene, and if the next Mass Effect plays out not too far into the future, Shepard could be hiding somewhere or maybe living a relatively normal life after the war against the Reapers ended. Liara might be looking for Shepard to deal with the said threat that I talked about earlier. And that squad you see, they might be the new protagonist and the new squad mates. The sad part is that synthesis sort of makes Shepard a non-factor for the next Mass Effect in that case, since he or she literally doesn't exist anymore. AI or not, something like the quest for Shepard would probably fall apart. The other solution could also be this. Because of the factors that I've named, the Shepard AI leaves and disappears, or the synthesis being overwritten somehow by nature, Bioware could literally just have the next Mass Effect take place, as I've said in other videos already, several hundred years into the future. This could eliminate all endings somewhat, making them all not matter anyway since it's so long ago. The choices could literally be explained away with a few dialogue lines. Cheap? Hell yeah. I'd also be so extremely disappointed if that happened, and knowing Bioware nowadays, it wouldn't really surprise me. So that's why I choose to believe or hope that they can at least try to include actual consequences of the ending choices. The consequences doesn't have to matter for the sequels in my opinion, only for the first game. It could literally be as easy as including your choice as a meaningful backstory to our new character. That'd be enough for me. What do you guys feel about it? Do you think that Bioware could, through sheer effort, pull this off? Having all endings matter somewhat? Let me know. And as always, thank you for the support, and have a good one.